Happy Tuesday! Yes, Tuesday, day after Christmas. So what's going on in this world of ours? You know, last week Thursday, wasn't it a horrible thing to see in Prague? 14 people were killed, and how many dozens of people are injured? It seems like we just can't improve ourselves, can we? The other thing is, worthless news that who cares to use. Gwyneth Paltrow was seen in a bikini, red bikini in Mexico, and then announced she's not going to be seen in public anymore. Okay, whatever. And yesterday was Christmas. Do you remember such wonderful gifts as the Cabbage Patch Kid? Other good ones were Tickle Me Elmo and the Furby, and a few years ago there was the selfie stick. Yes, the selfie stick. I did a children's story at church with the selfie stick and all. So, but you know what? It seems like we never talk about the best Christmas gift ever. That was God giving Jesus Christ, His Son, to this world. And every year, Christmas is really about the birth of Jesus Christ and what that means. Anyway, hey, let's get to today's topic. So let's talk about the marketplace. It's a box, not really, but let's unwrap it, so to speak. The marketplace is actually a place for people to go to buy health insurance that are under the age of 65. They're buying private insurance policies. A lot of people may go there because they want to compare what their employer has to offer and see which one is in their best interest. Depending on your income, you can get what they refer to as a premium credit. So yesterday, for example, I talked with an individual who said he had a $30,000 income, and for his situation, that gave him about a $390 credit or reduction, practically speaking, against the insurance premium, depending on the policy he chose. And with the marketplace, there can be multiple policies to select from. Oh, and by the way, you select just one, okay? There is somebody who's going to say, well, can I have that one? Can I have that one? Can I have that one? You just select just one. But there's ways to get it. You can do a DIY, do it yourself, by going to healthcare.gov. You can call 1-800-318-2596 and talk to a marketplace navigator. And the one thing about the navigators is they're good, hardworking people in all honesty, but all they're allowed to do is help you navigate through the process. They're not allowed to give you any advice. Oh, gee, Mark, there's so many, where do I go for advice on what to pick? You come to agents like me, that's right, because we're the ones who are licensed. We can help you through the marketplace, and we can give you advice as to which plan is actually in your best interest. Oh, come on, I don't want to do that. If I use an agent, it's going to cost more. Well, actually, that's not true. Whether you use an agent, whether you do it yourself, or whether you call the marketplace, it is the exact same premium. It's just who's going to have your best interests at heart. Now, of course, you do, which is probably the reason why a lot of you want to do it yourself. But here's a good reason why to use an agent. One, we can give you advice as to which plan is in your best interest based upon your personal situation. A lot of people will tell me after the fact, well, I never checked my doctor, and this is now March and it's too late and I don't have a doctor in the network. We will check the doctor for you. And, oh, if you're on medications, what if you're on a very expensive medication or an uncommon medication? And I'm not talking about the torvastatins and the losartans and things like that. What if you're on a unique medication? Well, we can really help you find out if that policy, your interest, covers your medication. Story I've told. One year I had a girl come into my office and she's just in tears and she's crying. And she says to me, my medication's not covered. It's subject to my deductible and it cost me over $500 a month. Well, you know what? If she had come into my office before the fact, we would have looked it up and I would have told her the policy you were buying is inappropriate for your actual situation. This is the one you need. And when I told her, she goes, but it costs $75 a month more. And I'm like, well, what would you have preferred to pay? $500 a month on the prescription or $75 more in premium and have that medication covered? See, that's the value of an insurance agent. thing I mentioned was the premium tax credits. That's based upon your income. Depending on your income, the government has said the insurance policy is too expensive, so they're going to give you money to buy your insurance policy with. That is based upon having 150% of poverty to 400% poverty. There's your parameters right there. So the 150% usually starts just about $22,000 of income projected for 2024. Mark, so I make just a little over $22,000. I get a good credit, right? That's correct. Well, Mark, what happens if I make less than that? Well, then typically, as I like to say, you're going to be hijacked, by Medicaid and be put on Medicaid. I like Medicaid. My grandparents really love it. That's Medicare. Medicaid is for the under 65, typically people who can't afford their insurance. Most of my clients will tell me this about Medicaid. I'm real glad I've got it. I can't wait to get off of it. So I want to show you because I received a gift this week from the marketplace. You see it right up there, or you see it right over here, or how about down there? I'm in the circle of champions for marketplace insurance agents. Woohoo! That's what's going on here at the MLD agency this week. We also did write a lot of insurance and all. So now, this week coming up, just so you know, I'm closing the agency this week because I have to close out the books for 2023. So if you need something, can you please wait until next week because I have to get this work done to stay in business. I hope you take care and have a good week and a happy new year, and I'll see you a week from today on Tuesday, the day after New Year's.